allowing the DMK to go ahead if they just hold on to their vote share. Those are the dynamics currently at play. Absolutely, and I think the ADMK is working uphill in many regards because on the one hand, the TVK is eating into its vote. On the other, the alliance itself has to be rethought. I'm just taking a small step back, which is whenever PM Modi and Amit Shah came to the state, they didn't really speak of Edapadi as the chief ministerial face. They spoke of the double engine growth model. So that is a troubled pocket. First time on your numbers on the board, Rahul, the DMK plus is lesser than the TVK plus ADMK plus put together. For the first time since this morning, you think there can be an alliance? I don't think there is anything can be ruled out at this stage. You have to wait for this. That Vijay has not singled out and said it's an ideological enemy or a social enemy. But there is also the possibility there will have to be a divorce first for the marriage. So, hang on, Shankar, there is one very important point that we need to. Why did the TVK ADMK alliance not happen? There are two reasons. One is the BJP alliance with the ADMK, but the more important reason, who is going to be the chief minister? Vijay cannot be number 2 to EPS. EPS cannot be number 2 to Vijay. So let's take a look at the seat party-wise breakup. The moment you look at the party-wise breakup for Tamil Nadu, you will then get a sense of where things stand. Because if the ADMK is behind the TVK, then obviously EPS gets to be chief minister. If that's not the case, then Vijay will say, I should be chief minister. At this moment, it's 30 versus 29. This could change. 30 versus 29. If the DMK is short of a majority, could there potentially, Veer Sangvi, in your view, be a twist in the tail in Tamil Nadu? The TVK and the ADMK ally? And I think it's entirely possible. It's also interesting that we've all been predicting the demise of the ADMK. They've lost just 4 seats. They're doing actually better than we said. But you need to do much better to be able to come anywhere close to form a government. Not if they're in alliance with the TVK, as you pointed out. If that happens. Yeah. Let's just for a moment shift attention to West Bengal. In West Bengal, the BJP seems to be settling into a comfortable lead versus a few minutes ago where there was a out for the Trinamool, the Congress leading on 5, the left just at 1. If we look now at some of the key regions, if I start with presidency and look at what's happening in presidency, we have leads for 69, the BJP currently leading in 39 of those, up 25. Very substantial leads in the presidency region. The Trinamool at 30, down 25. This, of course, Jayantada could change, but if this holds, this is what Amit Shah, Bhupender Yadav, Sunil Bansal were promising that we will make shocking inroads into West Bengal in the presidency region, which you may not expect. Jayanto. Actually, it is because this time in South Bengal, total rallies 65. Amit Shah. So this is a very unique campaign, and this time BJP's strategy was to outreach Bengalis.
Elections result by
2021 slogan, this time Parivartan. And Parivartan is change of joining us now is Shatabdi Roy, well-known actor, Trinamool MP from Birbhum. Padmaja has the first question for you. Shatabdi. Ma'am, what do you have to say about the initial leads, especially the fact that in areas of Jangal Mahal, in areas of presidency, in Nadia I can see leads, and most importantly in North Parganas, not 24 Parganas, a big swath of saffron has come up. What do you make of the fact that inch by inch the BJP has managed to cut into your areas? In Howrah, in Kolkata, and even 1 or 2 seats where I see in South 24 Parganas.
Well, first thing you tell me, I think it's a 1 hour started. First thing is ballot counting is started by ballot paper. But I don't think this counting already started. But I want to say you have to wait for another 1 hour or 2. Then it's clear the BJP will not win, Trinamool will win. It's 100% confirmed, and you just wait and see.
Don't you find it strange that in an area where the BJP was zero, they were zero in 2021, they were zero in 2024 when it comes to leads in assembly segments, at least even if in initial stages they have some kind of presence there. Right now they're leading even in Jharkhand. Ms. Roy.
I think
we've lost that link with Jagannathan.
Yeah, I think we've lost that link. But a few interesting names that have come up, again, even as we speak at 9:15, Shubhendu Adhikari is leading in both of his seats in Nandigram and in Bhawanipur. You've got Rupa Ganguly leading, you've got Agnimitra Paul leading. Right now you have got the TMC leading in a few key seats, like Shashi Panja is leading. Interestingly, in Matabanga, the BJP is trailing. So Nishit Pramanik is trailing right now.
The map that Rahul was just showing us pretty much reflects, the trends that we're seeing right now, the numbers that we're seeing. We're seeing a saffron entry into many of those areas. Let's show this to our viewers right now. If you just spend a moment looking at the screen, can we bring one of the cameras in closer? On this side, you see the 2021 map, which is manifested all green. Here you see the substantial inroads made already by the BJP. These are initial leads, but the BJP doing much better. The far more saffron across the breadth of Bengal than there was. Earlier, they were largely doing well in the north. They're also now coming down to the south. So it's really a juggernaut moving from the north, coming down Jemruk to the south, and that is why at this moment, of the leads that we have, 252 out of 294, you've got the BJP leading in 141 of those. Yeah, the only thing in the tail is Northern Bengal, where the Trinamool has made some inroads, but I think the real prize of the day is the BJP picking up the presidency area, taking the entire Rad Bengal, the Jhargram, Purulia, Bankura area back from the Trinamool, what it had won in 2019.
Point out in this map, interesting, this region where we are seeing new wins for the BJP. This particular map, here you have a few leads for the Congress. This, of course, is the Malda Mushirabad belt, where you've got the Congress making a few leads. I think either this is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's seat or Mausam Noor's seat. Here in the north, we have got a few leads, and these are the new regions. You've got the Jangal Mahal area, you've got here the Nadia, North 24 Parganas, and surprisingly, this would be interesting to see what are these South 24 Pargana seats, which now seem to have flipped to saffron.
104 seats, which the BJP has never won in the past, where they are leading at this moment. Kancanda, are you dancing on the streets just yet or holding back?
No, I have been contesting this point of yours that seats which a party has never won are impossible to win.
I never said impossible. Well, that's tough to say. If you haven't won, you're in politics, so pakki nahi hai seat aapki.
Winding him up.
Okay, that's right.
So, if the BJP were to win, it would have to break into areas where it hasn't won earlier. I mean, that's a given. Now it's happening, and I think as the day progresses, it will firm up further. But there are some worrying signs, and I say this on a different note. In Panihati, the TMC is leading, which was the face of the resistance.
Ratna Devnath is the BJP candidate, the RG Kaur victim.
Threshold of the majority mark in Bengal in trends. This is the breaking news right now.
But I also have to say that in Panihati, you have a very prominent TMC MLA, the current MLA. His son has been fielded, and he's been a 3-time MLA. He is, I think, the chief whip of the TMC in the assembly as well.
The BJP has hit 150. It's crossed the halfway mark in Bengal in early trends at this point of time. Mamata Banerjee continues to trail from Bhawanipur. The BJP is at 150 right now, so it's crossed the majority mark at this point of time. Early trends still, remember, these are all trends. None of these are wins just yet. That will be an upgrade. Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, this is historic. Even if it's entrenched, the BJP crossing the halfway mark in Bengal at one moment in the election, leading more than the majority, that by itself is a big milestone.
Yes, it is, and the figures at the moment are, likely to change or, it's going on. But I have an explanation to make, as to why this change has happened, why has the BJP been able to make such a inroad. If you actually look at it in terms of the politics of cultural nationalism of the BJP, they made an entry into the country on the Ram Janmabhoomi agitation, which did not have in the initial years great resonance in Bengal. The people who came from Bengal were the outside settlers. The Kothari brothers are the iconic heroes of the 1990 firing in Ayodhya. What has happened very consciously over the past few years is that the BJP realized the limitations of the Ram politics. That is why in this election, several speeches you would have seen Mr. Modi or Mr. Amit Shah referring to Ma Kali, Ma Durga. There's something very interesting. Just a second. There's been a very interesting another development in the last week of April, just as the second phase of elections were approaching. Mohan Bhagwat performed the Shilanyas of a temple in Nagpur which is named Ma Bharat Durga. For the first time, cultural nationalism is being merged with religious nationalism. That is what you see. Bharat and Durga, that is being drawn, that parallel is being established. An 18-handed idol fusing the two is being installed there. So it is actually a new form of cultural nationalism, not just on the shoulders of...
We're talking about West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. Let's spend a moment on Kerala and Assam as well. In Kerala, 87-140 leads the UDF, that's the Congress, currently leading on 47, up a whopping 24 from the last time. The LDF on 29, down 32 from the last time. If I look at it from a party perspective, the IUMS 7 leads, the CPM 21, the Congress 38, the CPI 7. Some good news from the Congress's perspective, but the bad news is in Assam, where despite the Congress being in the opposition in the hope that it would come to power, you've got Himanta Biswa Sarma and the BJP very strongly placed. Out of the 126 seats, the BJP alliance at 73, out of which 64 are BJP's own seats. The AGP has 7, the ADF completely crashing Kishloi just to 1-8 down. So it's basically a bipolar contest between the BJP and the Congress in Assam. Kishloi.
Yes, Rahul, I'd be interested in knowing what's happened in the upper Assam seats where the Gogois are trying to actually...
I can show you what's happening in upper Assam. In the 28 leads that we have for upper Assam, the BJP is currently leading on 24, the Congress just on 4. This is where Tarun Gogoi came from. This is where the Congress needs to recover if it ever hopes to come back to power. That's not happening in this election. Let's for a moment go to lower Assam. In lower Assam, it's a dead heat, 10 and 10, BJP versus Congress. Let's go to the hills and the Barak Valley region. 7 leads currently. The BJP has got 6 of them. In the Bodoland areas, 7 leads at the moment. The BJP has 4, the Congress has 2. And then finally, in central Assam, 36 leads. The BJP having 29 of them, Kishloi. The Congress only 6.
What's happening to Gaurav Gogoi? Is he trailing, leading, and the Guwahati seat and the Dispur one?
I'm going to try and find
the shocker there, the AIUDF in its catchment areas, the lower Assam completely wiped out. You know, Barak Valley completely wiped out.
Okay, so here we have it.
But at least they had MLAs. Now they don't even have any relevant. I mean,
Gaurav Gogoi is leading. Himanta Biswa Sarma and Jalukbari, of course, is leading. He lost only once. Shuvendu Adhikari speaking at this moment. Let's listen to him. Shuvendu Adhikari.
ধরুন নন্দীগ্রামে 18 রাউন্ড ভোট হবে, 15 রাউন্ডে পোস্টাল হবে, আর এখানে ভবানীপুরে ধরুন 20 রাউন্ডে কাউন্টিং কমপ্লিট হবে, 17 রাউন্ডে ডিক্লেয়ার হবে। আমি যেটা ইনিশিয়াল অ্যানালাইসিস করেছি, অল্প ইভিএম বেরিয়েছে, এটাকে খুব বড় কিছু করে দেখানো ঠিক না। তাতে হিন্দু ইভিএম আর মুসলিম ইভিএম টিএমসি, তবে আগের মতো নয়, মানে হাই কনসলিডেশন যেটা ওনারা করেছিলেন 21-24, হাই কনসলিডেশন।
What he's saying is bulk Hindu votes are to the BJP, bulk Muslim votes still to the Trinamool, but not as much as it was in 2021 or 24. So he's talking about a case of polarization, with Hindu votes coming to the BJP. Muslim votes but not as much. That's what he has so far said. He's also saying that 17th round in Bhavanipur should be a call, that he can call it at the 17th round, not the 20th.
सरकार भाजपा कर रहा है, ये मान के चलिए आप लोग का जो चल रहा था, जो इनिशियल ट्रेंड रहा है 135 प्लस बीजेपी 100 अप्रोच टीम्स। नंदीग्राम और भवानीपुर का क्या रिपोर्ट मिला है अभी तक? देखिए भवानीपुर में तो इनिशियली तो टक्कर रहेगा। ये जो पहले राउंड हुआ है इसमें 14 जो बूथ है, 6
யாரெல்லாம் எக்ஸைட்டடா இருக்கீங்க
उसमें भी वो लोग जो
முதலமைச்சர் ஆகிய நான் விஜய்
नहीं मिला क्रैक है और जो 8 हिंदू बूथ है उसमें मेरा लीड है ये भवानीपुर का मैं 9-10 राउंड से आप देख लेना मैं पूरा संभाल के आगे चला जाऊंगा ये 77 वार्ड आ जाएगा उसमें ममता बनर्जी का काफी लीड हुआ 3, 4, 5 राउंड 6 राउंड तक उसको मैं मेकअप कर दूंगा वो उसका 10 राउंड का बाद उनका बहुत खड़ा होना मुश्किल हो जाएगा मिलके देखिए पूरा जो ट्रेंड है एंटी इनकम्बेंसी साथ साथ हिंदू पोलराइजेशन इनिशियली हम लोग देख लिया Hindus are consolidated in favor of Lotus. It's a very good signal for us. In Nandigram, I had in first round more than 3,000 votes. Only 14 booth counted. And मेरा जो इंटरनल कैलकुलेशन था 1100 वोट में लीड होना था उसमें मैं 3 गुना लीड में चल रहा हूँ
बीजेपी को बढ़त मिल रही है कई सीटों पे टीएमसी पीछे चल रही है उन इलाकों में भी यहाँ पे मुस्लिम वोट क्षेत्र ज्यादा है
मुस्लिम वोट बाइफर्केशन हुआ है बाइफर्केशन हुआ है खास करके मालदा मुर्शिदाबाद उत्तर दिनाजपुर में बाइफर्केशन हुआ है और जो साउथ बंगाल और कोचबिहार जो मुस्लिम ज्यादा टीएमसी को दे रहा है इनिशियली लेकिन जिस तरीके से 90-95% हुआ था उनका 21 में 24 में उस तरीके से कंसोलिडेशन नहीं है क्रैक है
ईवीएम पे आरोप लगाना शुरू हो गया है टीएमसी की तरफ से कई लोग
वो झूठा बात छोड़िए आई विल स्पीक आफ्टर 11 AM it's good
काउंटिंग एजेंट्स
yes
काउंटिंग एजेंट्स को क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे अभी की
धैर्य रखना चाहिए ये कुछ नहीं है ये सब इनिशियल ट्रेंड है बहुत आगे जाना है पूरा इतना सब माने कूल एंड काम
in Nandigram you're leading by 3,000 votes in the first round
yes
3,500 वोट
ज्यादा क्लीन स्वीप
ये मेरा आंकड़ा है वहाँ 5 मुसलमान बूथ था आउट ऑफ 14 जो काउंट हुआ मुसलमान बूथ में भी टीएमसी को हालत खराब मुसलमान बूथ में भी खराब कर दिया ये मेरा थोड़ा सिग्नल था ज्यादा दिन तक लोग को इस गुमराह करने नहीं हो सका
প্রথম দিকে যা ট্রেন তাতে করে মধ্য কলকাতার বেশ কিছু তৃণমূল অফিস সেগুলো ফাঁকা হচ্ছে
না আই এম নট পাসিং এনি কমেন্ট কেন বহুদলীয় গণতন্ত্রে
Currently, he is leading in both of his seats, Bhawanipur and Nandigram. But a very interesting, parallel, as it were, you see between Shubhendu Adhikari and Shamik Bhattacharya, the leader of opposition, and the BJP president West Bengal. Even as Shubhendu Adhikari is saying, it's time for Mamata Banerjee to rest, Shamik Bhattacharya has come out and said, look, let bygones be bygones now. I'm sorry if anyone has felt offended by anything we said in the course of the campaign. We all want to be cordial now that the campaign is over and the results are out. We've got Anil Antony of the BJP and Neeta Chakravarti of the Congress both with us. Neeta Chakravarti, first, your reactions to what is being seen in West Bengal. The BJP way ahead. Right now, the kind of trends that we are seeing, it's 9:30 and you have the BJP past the halfway mark. 155 for the BJP as opposed to 121 for the TMC and 4 for the Congress.
Good morning to all your viewers, and I think this trend was kind of expected. I thought people who have been working on the ground in West Bengal, we could sense that there's a change. People are voting for change this time. There was a very strong anti-incumbency against the 15 years of misrule of TNC government. Congress has started a new journey. Bear in mind, we were down to 0 last time because of this binary that was set between BJP and TMC. And this entire religious polarization that happened in West Bengal, which is still continuing. If you listen to Shubhendu Adhikari, what he has been saying, he is a leader of opposition. Despite being in a constitutional position, he is openly talking about the religious polarization theory itself. So we were not in a position to take full advantage of this. And people wanted to
Excited, go for it. Look at this. The change also is 3161. 61, this is the first time it's happened. 61, TVK and DMK. Slow start for the TVK and they've leveled it with the DMK right now. It's going up and down, might slip a little further, they might cross it as well. So we don't know, but they're neck and neck. Just look at this. You have 29 plus 34. So you got what, 63 seats that are yet to report. Out of 171 of 234, 61. Now this is a dead heat. This is not over till the end, till the last vote is going to get counted. It's now clear, emerging, that it's going to be a DMK plus versus TVK. And I want to add one point, Shiv. It's DMK plus at 62. It's TVK at 62. So DMK at the moment, TVK is perhaps ahead of the DMK. If you look, they've gone past. TVK is number one. See the vote share figures. The TVK currently has 33.5%. Counted so far. It's very initial, but 33.5% votes that have been counted. The DMK is 32.1. The ADMK is 28.3. The DMK alliance is down 13.8% votes from the last time. If I look at this from a party-wise perspective, again, this is very initial, so you have to hold your horses before you form. Final DMK is 22.2. The TVK is 33.3%. 9% more than the DMK. That, Narayan Lakshman, just in terms of initial votes that have been counted, looks quite ominous from the DMK's perspective. There is such a thing called counting momentum and voting momentum, and that's what you're seeing here. We did, for example, see the DMK seats go up to 63 and then drop to 61. And I just want to say that from the last election to this, in some constituencies, there was a 50,000 vote difference, especially in the 37 districts within Chennai. This voting also suggests that it will be down to a few thousands. So let's hold on to our hats. And most important, Narayan Lakshman, at 67-60, I mean, it shows repeatedly. Now, if this is something, if this trend solidifies, the TVK could run away with the election. But also look at this, and this will show you why it's happening. This insight straight out of the data file dashboard. The DMK, of the 81 sitting MLAs that they have, the DMK alliance, only 30 are currently leading. 51 sitting DMK alliance MLAs at this moment are trailing. That would be very, very good. If you look at the region-wise breakup of Tamil Nadu, make no mistake, this is where the most exciting battle is taking place. I'll start with the Kaveri Delta region as I get Veer Ranav to come over here. In Kaveri Delta, the DMK has 15 losses from the last time, 15 down from the last time. The ADMK gaining only 2. This is as far as, why is this important? This is Trichy East. This is where Western Tamil Nadu. Here the ADMK is down 12 seats from the last time. Almost all of those gains coming for the TVK, which is up 10. The DMK has only gained 2. It's really the TVK that's gaining at the. That's interesting. And one of them is Kobi Chettipalayam, which is K.S. Sengotian seat, where K.S. Sengotian, 8-time ADMK MLA, who's moved to the TVK now. Let's now come to Chennai and see what's happening. We have leads for 27 out of 37, 24 out of 37 seats. The TVK at 12, the DMK decimated in its bastion around Chennai. This was where the massive hit was going to be for the DMK. This is where the TVK is at its strongest. And remember, Rahul, here ADMK going up 6. This is a place where ADMK got swept up. So in a TVK-DMK battle, the ADMK is picking up. If this holds, Pradeep Gupta will be dancing. That's right dance he should do. Get Pradeep Gupta as quickly as possible. Yeah, let it happen. But let's go to South Tamil Nadu. Let's just go to South Tamil Nadu. Let's go towards the Madurai region. Let's see what's happening here. DMK down 19. 19 from the last time. The TVK gaining 20. The ADMK at 16. So this moment they are blasting away like the Chennai Super King. Pradeep Gupta said this. He said they are doing extremely well. TVK is doing extremely well in Chennai. They are doing well in the north and they are doing well in the south. It's an even Steven battle in the Delta and the Western region.
It's fair to say that they have ended up damaging the DMK more than the AIADMK.
Absolutely. But they're damaging the DMK and AIADMK in their stronghold. Incumbency factor. See, the ADMK will lose more. No, the ADMK also.
The AIADMK largely seems to be unscathed.
No, Shankar Padmaja, ADMK also had lesser number of seats. So we are talking seats here. They had only 75 seats where the TVK could damage them, right? The DMK had a huge mandate in 21.
In those seats also, largely they have remained unscathed.
They are damaging everybody. Vijay is finishing off every existing political because this trend is true. So, but what's interesting is the regional split, Veera, because we all knew he'd do well in places like Chennai, though it's a DMK stronghold. He's doing very well in rural areas where we did not think he had the networks or the mobilization capacity. 59, 56. I wouldn't rule out areas DMK trying to come together to survive. That is a surprise. Okay, the other big election, of course, is West Bengal, where the BJP continues to lead. They've crossed the halfway mark. At this moment in West Bengal, we have leads for 285 out of 294. The BJP at 159, up 85 seats from the last time. The Trinamool at 117, down 92 seats. Could the BJP be settling in West Bengal to come to power for the first time? At this moment, the Kolkata Knight Riders, the Bharatiya Janata Party doing extremely well. Kanchan, are you ready to have your fish, have the jhalmuri, or hold on for a while?
Sandesh, no, I have been saying over here from day one that the BJP will be winning this election, and even the margin of victory wouldn't be some sort of a two-thirds thing which was being argued here, that anybody who wins in West Bengal wins with a huge margin. I remember, pointed out when the Trinamool Congress came to power in 2011, they came with 178 seats. So I see BJP settling somewhere around that region, and again, a point which I have made earlier, this is a 2011 election redux where people went and voted quietly, they went and voted silently, and they went and voted without disclosing that they were voting against the TMC.
The big story in the West Bengal numbers is the fact that in the 106 seats of the presidency for which we have leads at the moment, the BJP actually is in front, 53 versus 52. This is quite smashing from a BJP perspective because this is core Mamta land, and in that core Mamta land, if the BJP starts to do well, Jai Mrug, then you know that they're on a strong footing, which is also what probably explains Shubhendu Adhikari's confidence saying we are coming to power. 53 up 39 in and around the presidency area. Jai Mrug. Absolutely. See, this was a region where the BJP had only 18 seats last time. Now it's like a huge game, a 39 seat game. The only upset in the whole of the state is the northern Bengal area where the TMC has made gains at the expense of the BJP. If you expect them to level off by the noon, then the BJP could settle at a number like 160. That's what it looks like.
You know, an interesting lead that I'm reading about is Himganganj in South 24 Parganas, where Rekha Patra had been fielded. She, of course, was one of the victims of Sandesh Khali, became one of the faces. She spoke out against Shahjahan Sheikh of the Trinamool Congress, local strongmen who she accused of being behind the entire sexual violence.
Sushmita Deb is a senior leader of the Trinamool Congress. She is joining us now at the moment. Sushmita Deb, the BJP at 158 leads, the Trinamool at 119. In the trends that we have at this moment at 9:40 this morning, the BJP looks set to form the next government in West Bengal. Sushmita ji.
Trend. I was just looking at my WhatsApp from the war rooms where the counting has started physically with EVM machines. They're leading in 14 and BJP is leading in 2. So I think these are very early trends, and I'm sure you have also credible information coming from somewhere. So it's very right to analyze, but let's wait it out to get a clearer picture. But we are confident that we will form the government because that's what our
Padmaja has a question to Sushmita. Padmaja.
Sushmita Deb, thoughts on Assam? Even there, the BJP for the first time seems to be going into a clear majority on its own. About 70 leads for only the BJP, not the alliance, and the alliance inching close to the 90 mark. See, the mood I saw, especially in Upper Assam, let's leave Lower Assam and Middle Assam out. Upper Assam had huge undercurrents against the Chief Minister of Assam, especially with his governance style. So I can tell you something that my assessment is that you will be surprised, and I feel that in the last assembly election, BJP alone had 60. I don't think they will hold that number this time. That's what I think. So let's wait it out. On West Bengal, I want to ask you a question. Do you think this has been a complete polarization, like Shubhendu Adhikari was, that Hindus
have come out and voted exclusively for the BJP this time around, and the Muslims have consolidated behind the Trinamool Congress, but the Congress has taken away some of that vote. Has there been that complete polarization?
See, that's the BJP's narrative, but I believe there has been polarization, but it is Bengali Asmita versus the BJP and the Hindi-speaking leaders. You see, they riled up that sentiment and all the self-goals that their star campaigners made in Bengal when it comes to the culture, their icons. I think that's going to backfire on them. I mean, as it emerges, you'll see as it unfolds. It is a different kind of nationalism, and I think it's Bengali nationalism that's going to win.
Shivaru, Sushmita ji, thanks for being with us this morning. The numbers are still in trends, of course, but they are showing up a pattern. In Bhawanipur, Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, is trailing at this point of time. We don't know where they will settle, but the update is she's leading now, so it's going up and down. That's the breaking story. She's leading right now. How confident are you that things will flip? Because for the last 15 to 20 minutes, things have settled into what appears to be a clear BJP majority.
See, Shiv, I'll tell you what's changed in this election. People, general viewers get very impressed seeing Prime Minister's meeting and Amit Shah's posturing. But I'll tell you the real fight was between TMC and the deletions in the SIR. Okay, that's why BJP even has gotten to where they are, or you are seeing these early trends. Otherwise, they were not in the fight. So therefore, as the results unfold, I don't deny the fact that it's going to be a tight fight because of the deletions. And Bhawanipur is one such seat. But from the ground, I worked in Bhawanipur for 2 days and I did like door-to-door campaign, not sort of saying Sushmita Devi is here to campaign, but I moved around with the groups. And, last election there was a slogan, Je Bangla Nijer Mein Ke Chaye. Bengal wants their daughter, Mamata Banerjee. And I think Bhawanipur will uphold that sentiment because Bhawanipur is Didi's.
No, so can I point out from the NDTV data file leaderboard an interesting trend, Sushmita ji? You're saying that SIR made a difference. I'm seeing over here the 144 seats where SIR deletions are more than 25. So these are your maximum SIR impacted seats. On those seats, the Trinamool is leading on 68, the BJP on 71. So Jayamruk, at this moment, it's equally distributed. It's not as if the BJP had won, say, a disproportionate number of seats in the seats where the SIR additions were maximum, you could say there is a conspiracy. We'll be able to track this in real time. At this moment, it's 69 versus 70. Nothing there. It's equally distributed in the seats with the maximum SIR deletions. Absolutely. Not just that, Rahul, even statistically, the seats with the highest SIR deletions were having a lot of high turnouts. So maybe it's just cut the flab and leveled the turnout. So that seems to have happened.